Hi Sam and Linda. Let me start by briefly introducing myself and what I think I could bring to your teaching team. First off, my name is JY-UofA. I'm a 25-year-old graduate from the University of Adelaide, attaining my Bachelor of Secondary Teaching, in which I majored in media and minored in marketing. As this position is a culinary educator position, I'm thoroughly excited to be applying. It will be fantastic to make use of the years I spent as a qualified chef before university. Being well aware of the current Ukrainian-Russian war that still rages on to this day, it is not only noble of your school to adopt many Ukrainian refugees, it must be seen as the morally right thing to do, especially in these extreme circumstances. Exploring this further, placing students, especially foreign students, into an English-speaking classroom is in no way a task easily handled. Language barriers must be accounted for. Students forced out of their homes due to a conflict they cannot control should not be expected to learn English overnight. Language will be the biggest hurdle for these students, but what must also be accounted for is the mental well-being these students will not only be presenting in class, but taking outside the classroom. In your brief, you mentioned that many of the students left behind family and friends when they were forced out of the Ukraine. Acknowledging the mental anguish these students would be harboring fills me with sadness, but also a sense of responsibility to ensure their time in my class is as comfortable as possible. The language issue will not be something new to me. Many of my kitchens have been filled with foreigners who do not speak English at all. Food is universal. It needs no words. It can certainly be presented as a visual form of education rather than verbal or written. This visual medium will also present an opportunity for word association, building their English skills, whilst also giving me an understanding of how they are tracking along. Where I find the biggest possibility for trouble is the aforementioned mental distress these students will be bringing with them daily. To counter this, I will aim to create a sense of community in my classroom. I've already formulated some ideas for a world tour of food. Each week's lessons would be dedicated to different regions of the world. Specifically, I would like to explore each of the students' home dishes. This would create a cross-cultural, communal environment fostering itself amongst the students. Whilst this is still a premise and I have not applied actual pedagogical principles to the idea as of yet, I believe building a sense of community in the classroom will assist in the transitional process these students are facing. These plans, while still in their infancy now, would hopefully manifest themselves as an engaging way for these unfortunate victims of circumstance to feel included within the culture of your school. Thanks again for the opportunity to send forward this presentation. Hope to be in contact soon.